and it still continues to bark. It's not relaxing to be making whoopee. See, I'm afraid to say anything. It's not relaxing to make whoopee when you got a dog whooping it up next to you.
So put her in the bed and just put him in the bed and just hump away and they'll bounce off. That's what we do with our cat.
Oh, poor kitty.
We see how long she can hold on to that rod because she goes 8 seconds.
What rod?
The rod on the bed.
Oh, ride? I thought you said rod.
Oh no, right.
Woo. So, okay, now I really did want to have another discussion topic on different cultural differences.
Oh, yes.
In terms of oral sex. Some cultures do not, they think it's dirty to go down on a woman.
Many cultures do.
Right.
Yeah.
And people just joining me on YouTube are like, what was that?
Yeah.
Someone named Sweet Dream says, hello.
And when you but even in places where water is not easily accessible for bathing, people have oral sex. So I'm not.
No, I don't think they meant dirty in the sense of unclean as much.
It's but a lot of women have never even looked down there, so they wouldn't even know what was going on down there.
No, I'm talking about men not going down on women. The women go down on men, and women have sex with men. But I mean, I heard this from someone.
That's just misogynistic.
But if the culture is teaching them not to do this because it's unclean or it's disgusting or you're some sort of a simp if you do that.
I think they teach them that because they don't believe women are pleasured by sex. They think you think about it, I mean, we have to fight every day to educate people that sex isn't just about putting penis in a vagina.
It's not?
No. And it's a small minority of women who actually fully orgasm from just PV sex and don't have clitoral.
But I mean, I don't think they care if a woman orgasms.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's
misogynistic. I think it's here in the United States as well, and it's interesting because I don't think I could be with someone who. I know I couldn't be with someone who just all they cared about is himself, because I've had that instance happen to me, and then I was like, "Get the fuck out! We are done." And
those guys aren't going to last long.
No, they don't last long in my book. Maybe in someone else's book. Maybe in not in the Cougars Guide to Getting Your Ass Back Out There or fucking Date Cougar books.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, let me say hi to the people here on YouTube.
What's over there on YouTube?
Hi, we got Sweet Dream Hostel MGTOWs in the house saying Karen. Tony says, hi, I'm Tony. How you doing? How you doing? Mrs. L5 is in the house. Hi there, Mrs. L5. And Ellis is in the house. Say yo. Okay. And then thank you to all our people here. I think we should let Mr. Bean, since he bought a badge, come on, if he's still there. Are you still there? Maybe he's not there anymore. Oh, wait. Let's see.
Yeah, Mr. Bean, if you're still there, come on in.
Send us a request again, because I'm not sure how to get it once it's gotten to this point. Yeah.
So just while we're waiting, I really like the length of your hair.
Well, thank you. I put a little curl in it. And thank you very much. I think it's more like, it's more feminine. But thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
And coming from my hair.
Thank you. Enough's enough.
Oh, that's okay. Is that Ron? I don't know. Who is that? Let's see. Oh my God. Our goat's going to be here too. No goats. No goats. Don't forget to thank Mr. Bean for the.
I would like to show you my pussy.
Oh, you're gonna get us kicked off again with that kind of talk.
Here she is.
Oh, she's a cute girl. Look at those beautiful eyes.
I know. Doesn't she have pretty eyes?
She is a doll.
Yeah,
aren't pets cute? Aren't pussycats cute?
They are.
Anyway, so if you guys have questions today, we're open. The doctors are in. The doctors are in the house. The queens are in the house. I did put out an interesting TikTok video about confidence and how it is the single most attractive thing if you want to attract someone else that you can obtain at the best quality for yourself to have is confidence. How do you feel about that?
I think it's absolutely factual. I think people who put themselves down to
Oh,
other people
or make fun
are
of
the
other
least
people?
are the least attractive.
Yeah,
Because we know that you're either really insecure or you're on a fishing expedition. One, asking somebody to compliment you, wait and earn them, but really compliment yourself. Know your self-worth.
exactly.
You don't have to define that by anybody else. Thank
Thank
you, Brady.
and thank you enough stuff for buying a badge. You guys are awesome.
What kind of wine are you drinking?
Hi, Lisa. How you doing? Cheers. I have, and we're not getting sponsored by her, and I don't have the bottle here, but it's a Karen Birmingham. It's a Chardonnay, and I love it not just because her name is Karen, but all her wines are really good. I love that
I'm
it's.
drinking a Chardonnay.
Is it by a female vineyard? Named it.
No, it was just in my wine fridge.
Okay.
Somebody gave us.
All right. Wake up, folks. What do you want to talk about today? Cheers. What do you want to talk about? Is there something going on in your life that you want to just ask a question about? Now's your time. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
You can get some seriously expert help here if you are open to it.
Okay, so Brady just said he opened a Tinder account. So isn't Tinder the male-dominated hookup one?
No, are you thinking about Tinder is just for anybody who wants to hook up?
Right, but it's not the female-driven one.
Oh well, it's not Bumble.
Right. So Brady, you need to get rid of Tinder because people go on Tinder just to get laid. If that's what you want, but if you're looking for a relationship, go on Bumble because then women will choose you.
That's a good call. But if you just want to hook up, that's a good place to find women too.
Right. Speaking of hookup, what is the last thing you remember about being in the dating world that you miss?
That's a very good question that I miss.
That you miss.
I liked I liked the spontaneity of it. I thought that was really fun. That you can meet up with anybody. You're not locked into one person, and you can find you never know what's going to happen from day to day, or and when you don't take anybody for granted, you don't see people that often, so it makes it very special when you do see them. That's the first question. The first thing that comes to mind. What did you miss or not miss?
Well, I think the thing that I recall is the butterflies.
Yeah,
excitement.
It's like a newness of the person
of meeting somebody that you really like. That you really want to get to know.
Yeah.
I've never done a blind date, so I wouldn't know what that would be like because I've always met people through other people.
Oh, wow.
And maybe one time I think there's one time that I met somebody that I hadn't met through other people, and that was very, very thrilling. I mean, it worked out well. I didn't get murdered or
It's always good not to get murdered. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is kind of
scary. But you think about. I mean, women are so vulnerable. I'm not vulnerable because I kick people's asses, but people think I'm vulnerable because I'm a woman.
Right.
Big mistake.
Well, for me, I learned self-defense recently by someone in my building, but I wouldn't dare try to use it because I think I'd fail miserably because I would be like, what did he say to do? Oh, I can't remember. I was supposed to put my arm this way, twist this way. But anyway, that's a different issue. The main thing is that even if you're I mean, a blind date could be anything. It could be, someone fixing you up or somebody, someone you met on the internet or whatever. So
Yeah.
you never went on any kind of online dating.
Um, I did. It was somebody that I did meet online through a business proposition
Okay.
that I ended up meeting.
But it wasn't specifically for dating or hooking up.
No. I've never been on a dating site.
Yeah. I was on a dating site for a month.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you, there are some fucked up people out there.
I have a lot of girlfriends that have been single for a long time, and I've helped them set up their sites, and I've watched what comes through. And honest to God, no thanks.
Mrs. L5 asked about.
I would rather be alone. I'm good alone.
Mrs. L5 says opinions on speed dating. I like speed. I like that idea. I've never done it, but I like the idea because I truly believe, I don't know about men, but women can figure it out in like a second, like 3 seconds. I mean, literally, like, thank you for all those hearts. Who's ever given us lots of hearts?
Yeah. Love.
Yeah, we love you too. Anyway, Ron said blind date is a friend hooking you up you've never seen before, rare today. Yeah, I mean, it's taking COVID out of the picture. Let's just take that out of the picture because that makes it even worse, But I like the idea of speed dating. What do you think, Mrs. L5? Ms. L5, Mrs. L5. Okay, now here's hostile MGTOW in rare form. I'm going to read to you what he just wrote to me, and you're going to be glad you took your shirt off. Thank you, David. That was very sweet. Showing the love here. Oh, very nice. Kisses to you. Ready for hostile MGTOW's lovely statement of the day? In Femme America, which is equaling 666, devil dating is just, I'm fishing for a simp host to leech off of activity. And I mean, again, some people have some really weird statements to say that I don't even know why I bother reading what you say, hostile MGTOW, because you're just such a negative person. But I'm not sure. Maybe you're just trying to get attention in inappropriate ways.
There you go.
But yeah. Okay. First of all, what did you think about?
That's so judgmental. I mean, that's so harsh and That's lumping everybody into one bucket, right?
Right. He's lumping all women into one bucket.
Right, and that means you're judgmental, and no wonder you're alone.
Exactly. I'm assuming you're alone. Are you alone? Hi there, Jabari and St. Charles. Welcome all. I wanted to show you guys when I get a chance. I'll show you some of the comments. Like I said that the most important thing to me when you're trying to attract someone else's confidence, and this guy goes, "No, it's money," and I'm like, "No, it's not money. It's not money."
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, really?
Well, maybe if he was confident, he wouldn't need money.
Good point. I mean, I've had friends date guys just for money, and it always ends in a disaster.
Yes.
Good evening to you, Stephen.
The wealthier the guy, I have heard this. I've not experienced it because I haven't done dating in that way. But the wealthier the men, the more demanding and condescending and controlling they seem to be.
Well, first of all, it's 100% true.
In my girlfriend's experience. Yeah.
It was my experience. I went on one of these dating sites that the woman pays nothing and the guy pays like $10,000. I kid you not. And I go on a date with this guy, and you're allowed to see. No, they're allowed to see your pictures. You're not allowed to see theirs. It's very male chauvinistic. But I go on this date with this guy, and I wasn't digging him, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll give him another chance, whatever. And I'm really busy up until like this weekend, and it was probably like on the weekend before. And he's like, well, that's not going to work. I expect that I'd be able to see you much more often than a weekend. And I'm like, wait a second, you're giving me demands on when you're going to see me. This is not going to happen.
Because he felt like he paid for you.
Yeah. So those kind of things don't work in our book.
No.
This is not a dress. This is a what? Oh, it's called top. And just
I think if for most adults, you both need to have enough money to take care of yourself.
so. Why Coach 316 asked, "Would you date a poor person, someone who did not have money?"
It would depend on, I mean, who they were. I mean, I've never looked at anybody's money to see if I like them.
Put it this
So
way: I have dated
I,
poor. I have dated poor people, especially when you're an older woman and you're dating a younger guy. Not even my boyfriend. I'm talking about when I first went out and I became single. Most of the guys I was dating were younger, and a lot of them didn't have any money because they're just starting their careers. So it was expected that this was not an arrangement of money, and that's what
yeah.
I think. It pisses me off when I read these things on the internet. I was like, oh, women only date me if I got money, which is not true. At least in my book, it's not
I
true.
mean, it might be true for them. So I think we have to give them. So that is your experience. Where are you finding these women? That's what I ask. If women, if you all women are gold diggers, well, where are you looking for women?
Yeah,
On
exactly.
OnlyFans?
Yeah. Are you looking for a woman on OnlyFans? Because if you are, most likely they're going to be after your money. Now, Hostile MGTOW has a question.
For the money, not a relationship. Yeah.
Exactly. So here's a question from Hostile MGTOW. And question, and be honest. What do men really, really get out of dating? Which like a frowny face, an exclamation mark, and a question mark. What do men really, really get out of dating? MGTOW. What does anybody get out of dating? Men, women, whatever. What do you get out of a relationship in general? What do you want out of life? That's a bigger. You want to be by yourself?
Human beings by nature are bonding creatures. We
like to bond. Even dogs. My dog always wants to bond.
Yes.
Companionship.
All the animal kingdom. I mean, we're all about pair bonding and multiple bonding and whatever. If you're a bonobo, you're just about bonding. So, I think that's just human nature. No, humans aren't designed to go through life alone.
Right.
I see a lot of depressed people because they're alone.
So, Hostile MGTOW, are you alone and do you enjoy being alone?
Maybe that's why he's hostile.
Are you hostile because you don't have any woman in your life? Thank you. I look really fit. I've been working hard on it. Going him.
Right?
So it says women still depend. Huber says that women still depends on men these days. I mean, it is true.
No, they don't.
There are some that do, but that still doesn't mean that the man owns them. I mean, maybe the woman is,
That's not a generalization anymore.
Nope, it is not. As a matter of fact, I just read a statistic.
Yeah.
The statistic was that 50% of women over 65 years old live alone. And it probably should say happily alone.
Right. I think younger women are hell bent to not become dependent on men, and even if they might have to be temporarily because of circumstances, just like anybody. Nobody wants to feel like they're owned by another person.
No, my friend
women are not still dependent on men, not for anything. No. And that's, I think, what's driving men crazy as a gender is they don't know what their role is anymore because they've only been taught that all they have is a penis and money. That they don't have anything else to offer.
Is that? I would like to ask our audience, our viewing audience, if they agree with this. So, I mean, Hostile MGTOW probably believes this, but is it true that men are only taught that the only value they have is their dick and money? Is that all that it is, or is there anything more to it? Now, St. Charles says, "Dude, you get the pleasure of her conversation." So there are some guys out there who realize that importance of a good conversation. And
I mean, I think okay, my husband is very much a ladies' man. He has his men friends, but he likes me to go with him to be with his men friends.
Yeah.
Because he loves it. I mean, I'm like, no, just go. And he's like, no, but but you're fun. And they love it when you're around. And I love it when you're there. I'd rather you be there. So, and when I have girl groups, he gets so excited when he's invited because he could just sit and talk to women all day long. So I think some men really appreciate women's company and women's perspective.
Well, it sounds like some of these guys are saying that they agree with you, that they enjoy women's conversations. So if you guys enjoy women's conversations, send us some hearts or whatever they are. Send us some love.
Yeah.
Tell us about the conversations that.
I mean, I think all the people that are here must like women's conversations because
Otherwise, they won't. Yeah, you guys wouldn't be here if you didn't let. Someone tell. What are you doing here if you don't want to hear women? This is just that's all that we do is we're two women talking. Wait, what does this mean? If we were face to face, kapow! What are you going to get in a fight with him, hostile MGTOW, because he says for the. Come on, hostile MGTOW. You have to lighten up a little bit. You take this life way too seriously.
He's just hostile.
I know. Why would you name yourself hostile MGTOW? I mean, obviously the MGTOW because you want to identify with people who don't like women. But then you go on my YouTube channel for some reason and feel like the need to spew all this negativity, and I don't understand it. You know, I almost feel like my job was done if I could hear you say something positive about women. Let's see if we can get that out of him.
Brady says, but there are those who are but there are those women who are self-dependent. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are self-dependent, and they're more and more these days.
There are more women in the workforce. There are more women in college. There are more women graduating from college. There are more women in medicine now.
Yeah.
So, guys are leaning back, and women are taking charge. So, yay! Finally.
There's still guys though that say things like, "Ever measured a man's dick?" I mean, roofie. No, I just actually heard someone else say that. I know maybe it was you, even Nancy, that women are doing so well and when they go to med school that they're having to like take guys that aren't performing as well on the test and put them over the women because there's just too many women and they have to keep an equal balance.
Yeah, I think there's some rumors about that, but I don't think that they're because we don't have laws around that now, and I think the medical schools are glad to have the women because the women are there because they've worked their asses off for it. They're competing with the guys there's no competition because you were seeing it in high school. We're seeing boys leaning back in high school, not wanting to get their driver's license. That's like a major cultural shift.
Wait, why don't guys want to get a driver's license?
Teenage boys are not interested in driving, not interested in cars.
Why?
They just aren't. It's like a cultural shift where they'd rather stay home and play video games.
Oh, that I can see. So it's laziness.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that they like conversations with women, and I mean,
we are so happy to hear
that. All right, next conversation. What's going on in everyone's life? Is there anything that you experience these days that you want to share with us? If anything happened that you learned from, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be relationships or dating or anything like that. It could be anything. I always loved cars. I read someone wrote that. I personally have never been like a car person, and still am not. As a matter of fact, the less I drive, the more I'm happy about it. But
I love to drive a fun car that's safe.
That
got it going. I'm not a name brand.
Right.
Thinker. My husband is. He likes special cars, but I'm just like, just give me one that I can depend on.
I'm.
And it goes fast.
Oh, so you do like fast cars? I'm not sure.
I want to be able to get out of the way. I want a performance car because I want to be able to get out of the way if I have to or stop if I need to. So
okay.
I don't want a lazy car.
You're right, Hubert, about he lives in a conservative city where most men and women still have that same old-fashioned mentality. Men work so their wives can stay home. And I got no problem with that. Someone's got to stay home with raising kids sometimes. So if it's the guy that stays home, that's great. If the woman stays home, that's great. I feel bad if you're in a situation where you have to work full time and take care of a household yourself. That's really tough.
Yeah,
You've been through that.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think all of my kids, I have 3 kids, and they all have very different relationship configurations, which is quite fascinating because my my daughter that I gave birth to, that I've raised from birth, is the least like me, and my stepdaughter, who I acquired as a small child, is the most like me, and my daughter-in-law, who's married to my son.
That's interesting.
So it's very interesting, but they all have very different configurations in terms of who works, who stays home, who does what. And my son and daughter-in-law probably have the most balanced. They have what Mark and I have had, is where they both work, they both bring in the money. Pretty much, they're pretty equal money-wise, and they divide labor, they divide child rearing, they divide, who. They bounce back and forth who stays home if a kid's sick. I mean, it's really quite an egalitarian relationship.
That's great.
Really
I think that's hard for people to navigate.
It takes consciousness.
Yeah.
You have to be able to get rid of the old patriarchal thinking that somehow this is right or wrong. And
right.
It's what works for the people.
Right. I mean, I was
designer relationship.
In my first marriage. Now it sounds like I have 10 of marriages. In my marriage, it was more traditional. I stayed home for raising the kids. I would be the cook, all that kind of stuff. Now it's like, well, my boyfriend is the cook. I'm just sitting there drinking my wine. I like it. So you got it at different parts in terms of your life, at different points in your life, different people come. And if it doesn't work for you, then that's fine. But if it works for you, then that's great. And no judgments.
Yeah.
We're talking cars, motorcycles, everything. I've always loved cars. I like motorcycles. I don't like motorcycles. I know someone who's 21 years old and died of a motorcycle accident. I prefer to drive a motorbike than to drive a car, but it ruins my hairstyle and makeup and stuff. That is a problem there. Yeah. How do you do that? How do you, make sure that the hair stays in place when you're wearing a helmet?
I'm always curious about those women that are in commercials and they take off this helmet. And
their hair is like flowing.
Falls out perfectly done and gorgeous. And I'm like, no, I look like I still have a helmet.
You got helmet head.
I got helmet head.
What was this? I've always been able to hold my own jibichi, but I got goons that would battle for me if I send them. Hostile MGTOW. You're talking gibberish. I don't know what the hell you're talking.
Okay, so should we go over to my platform?
All right, so this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna go on to
take a commercial break.
We're taking a commercial break.
So we're gonna go over to Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce _ELR.
All right, you guys. Stay tuned. Stay here on YouTube. I'm not changing anything on YouTube. We're gonna go on to Dr.
Okay. So don't forget to save it. I'll give you a minute.
All right, I'm gonna save it because we shouldn't. She's freaks. We don't want to upset her.
We'll see you over on the other side.
All right, I'm gonna save it. You guys on my Instagram, we're going over to Dr. Nancy's. All right. I think you can if you go on my live once you're on there, it'll automatically do it too, right?
Okay.
All right.
I haven't checked that out.
All right. Bye.
All right.
So I'm going to end this now. And let's see. You talking about me? You need to watch your mouth. Come on, guys. Think of something you'd like us to answer or talk about. We'd love to discuss, okay? I'm going to try to get back onto Instagram now that I did this. I don't know what's happening here. Maybe I should. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go back onto. I wish there was an easy way of doing this, but there's not. Let's see. Hmm. I'm still waiting for Dr. Nancy to come on. Let's see if she's coming on.
Of Wild Women with Wine. And I'm going to wait for KarenLee to come on over and join us here. Hope you're all popping in, and so we're going to have some spicy conversation. Hey, Robbie. There's Karen. Okay, so we got part 2 coming.
Hopefully, hope you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Yay! That wasn't too bad. I was sitting there going, "Where is she? The wine girls are back. The wine girls."
Well, I was giving you a second to get her all saved.
I think it did, but don't get mad if it didn't. I'm not 100% sure. It says share, so I shared it. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah.
You saved it to your list playlist.
Not that I didn't do that part yet.
Oh,
it
okay.
just
because I'm afraid I can't go back and do it.
It posted.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right, there you are.
All right.
You're on the bottom. I'm on top.
You like to be on top anyway.
I have a cowboy hat too.
Oh, here we go with the cowboy hats again.
I told Mark he needs to get me one for this house up here too, because I only have one down there. But it lights up and blinks, and it's a little bright, though, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's a little blinding. I need to get one with a little bit of a little bit more of a mood lighting.
You need some of these kind of.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to find a different lighted up cowboy hat.
All right, so I asked these guys while you were gone to come up with some topics of conversation other than hostile McDowell's telling this other guy he's got to watch his mouth.
Okay.
Ride it, cowgirl. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, I think I was going to try to get TikTok going here again and see how long I can last before we get canned.
Yeah, we got some good ones. I speak French when I'm in France, and I've had a lot of wine.
Oh
then
boy.
I think I speak French.
Yeah, I'm not. I took French in high school, and my French sucks.
Bonjour.
I know. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? That's about it. All right. Now I'm going to try to go live. I don't know if you could do it. Oh, here we go.
David Horace, Ride a Cowboy. Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
All right. I'm going live on TikTok here. Oh my God.
All right. Live on TikTok.
It's very, very, very. So everybody can still see. This is, all right. Wild Women with Wine. It's extremely bright.
I'm thinking I need to straighten my hair to see how long it actually is. Because it's got so much freaking wave in it now. It never, ever, 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 ever has my hair been wavy.
Okay. Well, how did that happen then?
Hormones.
Ooh.
How do you make a hormone,
Don't pay her.
Right?
So I got people here on TikTok. You guys on TikTok, I'm just telling you right now, please don't say anything sexual. Don't even say that. Don't say sexual.
S-E-X-U-L.
Don't even say sexual. Only if you want to say anything about the guy's part, say eggplant. The girl's part, say clam. And if you want to, and if you want to say what happens between the two of them, say whoopee. Okay? Because why I'm saying this, I'll tell you why. Because last time we had a huge discussion going, and all of a sudden it said community standard violation, and it just literally shut us down, like without even saying goodbye, just like kicking us.
1,000 people that had been involved.
There were 1,000 people in discussion. Crazy! I'm always learning something new from you. Oh, just say, Evan. It's great that you're learning things from me. You're learning how to speak up, right? You're learning about confidence.
That's what I wanted to talk about tonight.
Yes, we're going to learn about speaking up.
When did you know in your life that you were empowered?
Whoa. When did you know in your life that you were empowered?
Because I do all these, and I'll give you a moment to think about it, but I do all these, thank you, Brady. I do all these workshops around the world on empowering women.
Yes.
And those who adore them. So I don't leave men out of empowerment, but I think men need to be empowered in different ways than what they've been empowered societally.
All right. So okay. So, for me, I was always very shy growing up. Okay. Like I'd be on the playground, people would take my pail and shovel when there was like a sandbox. But something happened like in high school where a guy didn't treat me right. And I decided then I was just going to, I don't know, when I got to college, I was going to change my whole persona. And I decided that I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm just going to have fun. And I believe having like a bunch of women around me that had the same mentality empowered me. And after that, I was always feeling very self-confident. Low battery on the low battery. Shoot, low battery.
Plug in.
Plug it in. But anyway, how about you? How about you people on TikTok? When did you guys feel like you were empowered?
Yeah, and on IG, when did you know you were empowered?
Yeah. Well, how about you? When did you know you were empowered?
Well, I've had many times. There's been
many times of empowerment.
Okay, yeah. I think one of the early ones was rebelling against a teacher who was creepy. And that was, I think, in 4th grade. And refusing to go to his class. And because he creeped me out. He just made me so uncomfortable. And then...
That's interesting.
Yeah. And so I used my voice, and I basically sat outside the classroom. I wouldn't go in.
Look at you. So you were a little badass motherfucker.
I'm going to back up because when I was 5, I empowered myself to not go to church.
Okay. That's very interesting. Who even remembers being 5? Okay. Just say, Evan, you learned about making videos from me. Oh my God. That's a huge compliment. All right. So some people, okay, we're talking about and this is for the guys too. When do you feel empowered?
Okay. So Dempsey says, when I was 10 years old and a story I wrote was read by my teacher to the class. The kids were kind of mediocre too, but my teacher loved it. talent, and he's now he writes TV shows and screenplays and music and all kinds of cool stuff. So
maybe you want to do a show for us for Sex Talk with My Mom, my podcast.
Yeah, I mean Dempsey, he just moved to LA, so
there you go. You're gonna have fun.
I gotta hook you guys up.
Oh, I feel less empowered because of my job. Oh no. Get a new job, if that's the case. So
he just sold his second screenplay. Good for you, Dempsey. It is so exciting. I'm so happy for you. I've known him for years. We've never met, but we've known each other. I don't know, Dempsey, how long have we known each other? 10 years? And so I've watched his career and going through taking care of his mom. And I mean, he's just the coolest guy.
I feel bad if people here are not happy with their jobs and it's causing them to feel less empowered. So what do you do?
Start looking for a new job. Everybody's hiring right now.
Right. Get a different job. Get a different job. Jobs do not make a person.
Don't quit.
Hi, Days Wings.
Go look for a new job because there's so many opportunities right now because people are not wanting to work. So go. This is your opportunity.
This is your opportunity to do something creative too. Because I mean,
step out there.
Step out and do something different. Hey, you guys, show some love on TikTok with like hearts and stuff or whatever, so that people know to come join us on TikTok here. I found that out about last time.
So when my dad said he wasn't disappointed in the man I had become.
Oh, that's heavy duty. Who said that?
Bryson.
Wow. Yeah. It's like a double negative, though.
Brady said, I feel empowered. When I started avoiding going to church too, my dad was an associate pastor. Whose parents were pastors? Because I think that's got to be a lot of pressure on a kid to have parents as a pastor.
Totally. Hi there, William, Richard, Valley Flake. Been watching your channel a lot. Link TikTok.
Your TikToks are so funny. I love that one. Which one did I commented on it? Oh, where you were sitting back and a man was in the other scene and he was saying which one was that?
And he spit his he said stick your finger.
Yes. You're like, I just want
to know. That was a voiceover, you know that, right?
I know.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious. Oh my God. You had it spot on.
Thank you. It says, hello, ma'am. When was the last time you entered the spirit of a good dose of Liberty Caps? What in God's name does that? Is that some sort of code word for something else?
So this person says, I felt empowered when I left my staff job and became a travel nurse. Travel nursing, man, that's good money.
It's really good money. Yeah.
You get paid. I mean, especially if you're single. I would have done that years ago because they put you up, they give you an apartment, you get great bucks, you get to work in different places. It's a very cool job. Mr. King says, I felt empowered when I decided to become a chef. At 9 years old.
I do really remember. Awesome. I do remember something else that made me feel good. I won a contest, a poster contest. Like I did a poster in 3rd grade, and I must have colored in a troll really good, and I won 3rd place too. I didn't win 1st place, but I was very excited about it. It's funny how little things that happen in your childhood can really make an impact, even if it's something simple like that.
You know, and I think these kinds of conversations are so important because if you have children, you need to stay aware of these impactful moments in your life.
Right.
And how
you can affect your kids.
They seem so benign, right? It's like, I just said I'm not disappointed in the man you are. And as the kid, you're like, oh my God, I've waited my whole life to hear that.
Right. KarenLee made me laugh when she turned down that request for being his sugar mama on TikTok. Oh my God, it is insane.
You turned down a lot of those.
I got turned down a lot of questions. Some of the. I have a whole playlist of requests that have gone awry. Like I haven't been requested recently. 20% of my audience is from Nigeria. They love me over.
Nigeria.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know how.
You shifted from the Philippines?
Yes, I shifted. I don't know how that happened.
Michael Blackson.
No, he's Ghana, but there are several from Ghana as well.
Yeah.
Are any of you guys on TikTok right now from Nigeria? Just FYI. Wait, I felt empowered over. Oh God, I remember it.
Over time, after establishing my career with a Fortune 500 company, after 20 years, finding myself financially secure with a home savings and future.
Ron, I remember when you did this, and that's tremendous. I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah.
We're running out of time soon, so we should just. You got my favorite cougar. Thank you. You guys, we need to talk about some stuff. Like, what do you guys? Oh, thank you for that, Rose.
Okay, I have a question for you, Karen.
Yes, because so far your questions have been incredible.
Oh, thank you. What two people would you like to have a threesome with?
Oh,
bam!
Well, of course, the first two that come to mind are George Clooney and Brad Pitt.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like a no-brainer there. But I don't know. I mean, I could expand my horizons. How about you?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Let me think about it.
All right. While you're thinking, I'm going to tell YouTube and TikTok on you. All right. So TikTok, since you're very sensitive to this, what two people would you like to make whoopee with? Canoodle with. Make whoopee with. If you had. Good night, David. Yeah. Are there two people you'd like to make whoopee or canoodle with at the same time?
Dr. Susie here. Hey, Dr. Susie, you can answer this question. What two people would you like to have a threesome with that you haven't?
Wait, that you haven't already? You had to add a qualifier on there.
No, you can have another one. That's okay.
You got you men out there too, or whatever gender you are preferring. Which would you like to canoodle with? Which two people at the same time?
Canoodle, yeah.
Canoodle, whatever you want to call it.
So we don't get shadow banned or whatever they call it.
It's called just giving me another violation for a change. I'm constantly getting violations. But luckily today everybody's been nice. Oh shit. Oh, I said shit. I hope I don't get violated because I said shit. Oh poop. If you're just joining us, make sure to put those little hearts or something so that people know to come on here. Because last time we had like 200 people, and now today we only have 6. I don't know what happened here.
They've probably done your algorithm so nobody knows you're on.
I know. That's what happened. Yes, exactly what happened.
These algorithms really tick me off, I have to say.
They tick off the ticker.
Blake Lively and J-Lo. Okay, that's a good one.
Those are two lovely ladies.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not into women, but I would pick J-Lo. Honestly, I would.
If you were into women, what two women would you pick?
Well, J-Lo would be one of them for sure.
Okay.
And who else? Shakira.
How about you guys on TikTok? Which two women or men would you like to make whoopee with? Anybody on YouTube like to make whoopee with two women or two men?